How They Love Us 5, Part 2. Miss Rosie Goes Missing. As I said, the Indian summer that year was most lovely. Rosie was outside every day. And on that warm Saturday afternoon, I decided to take her to the back of the property to hang out with me while I planted some bulbs. She sat next to me and chewed on some weeds. We worked on like that for about 15 minutes, and then I decided to go plant the rest of the bulbs in front of the house. I did just that, leaving Rosie behind, knowing I'd be back within minutes. I was done within minutes, but then I turned to work on something else, forgetting Rosie. No more than 5 minutes later, the wind picked up, as only it does in the autumn, strong and wild, and I thought, "Rosie! Rosie!" I screamed, jumping to my feet, my heart already in my throat. I ran back to where I'd left her. She wasn't there. I called and called her, looking carefully around. Not there. I slowly extended the area of my search among plants and flowers, under the lavender bushes I knew she loved, until I had gone over the entire backyard. She was not there, and if she was, and she probably was, she was too scared by now, too well hidden for me to find her. I called Gypsy and ordered her to help, but of course she had no idea what I was talking about, or did she? She sniffed around a little, but the wind was getting stronger by the minute, and her sheep was gone. Meanwhile, Lolita was staring down at us from the roof of the tool shed, very much interested in all the activity. Wait, was she grinning? "If you touch as much as a tail she doesn't have," I called out, "I'll kill you." I searched until nightfall, upset and sad and guilty and hopeless and feeling a fool, which I was. How could have I been so stupid? How could I ever tell Gabriel? He was away for the weekend, which meant I had another day to find Rosie. "You will," David assured me, although he had begun with, "What were you thinking?" which only served to increase my mortification. Sunday came and went as the wind blew relentlessly, and I knew I would not find Rosie. I told Gabriel when he came home, and he got very upset, and then angry. Josh said, "What were you thinking?" But then again, since he's so very much like his dad, he would say that. I burst into tears. On Monday morning, I called my dad in France, who appeased me with, "Animals are smart and resourceful, Lily. That's why they've survived so long. Your pig is anchored down someplace safe. And then she'll show up again when the wind dies down. Keep your eyes and ears open, that's all." I hung up with a little hope in my heart. At 7:30 on Tuesday morning, I was in the kitchen, as I was every morning of the week, preparing lunches for the boys. Suddenly, I heard Josh scream. He screamed and then he yelled, "Rosie is here! Rosie is here!" I rushed to his room, and sure enough, from his window I could see Miss Rosie toddling down a path along the swimming pool. That is, in front of the house, 300 feet away from where I'd left her 2 days earlier. Josh ran outside, picked her up, and she honked madly at him and then at me. She would honk non-stop for the rest of the day. She would oink, telling me how upset she was at me for leaving her behind in the backyard, And then she would oink telling me in multiple details about a 2-day trip into the wild. Don't you ever again take me places, she told me. I'm fine with mowing the lawn outside the living room. Oh, and get that cat off my face. She was looking for me the minute you left me out there. Why do you think I left? Oh, hush, I retorted, very much aware of my own suspicions. Lolita would never dare touch you. And I got another earful of oinking. Oh, how I miss you, Rosie.